Hello guys, am I audible? Sorry for the delay. There was a little bit of network issues. As usual, it just arises at the wrong time. Just give me a second. I'll just do some small settings, guys. Just let me know in the chat if I'm audible. Is the board clear? Everything okay? One second. I'll just adjust my volume a bit, guys. Uh, okay. Now my volume will be correct, I guess. Kept it to 80. Yeah. Okay, done. Is my audio clear now? I suppose. I'm not getting any response. Yes, it's clear, but the volume is low. Still, it's low. I think now it should be proper, right? Okay. Hello, Siddharth. Hello, Anchal. Hi, sir. I'm Lishan. Okay. It's the volume is good right now. Can I just? Do you guys want me to increase my volume? Please let me know in the chat, guys. I should increase my volume? Say yes or no, guys. Come on. I'm waiting for your response. It's good now. Okay, thank you. Fine. Hi, Veera. Okay. So, first of all, good evening to everyone and welcome to our live stream on Learn from Chess Legends. So, as you know, we've covered legends like Paul Morphy, Alexander Alekhine, Emmanuel Lasker, Mikhail Tal, of course. How can you forget him, right? The Sacrificing King. Well, today, Who are we covering today? So today we are covering a player named as Wilhelm. Wilhelm, or is it Wilhelm? Okay, it's Wilhelm Steinitz. Okay, we're just gonna call him Steinitz to make it easy. Hope it doesn't matter to you guys. Okay, so who's Steinitz? So let's just get started with this introduction. A brief introduction. Okay, fine. So Steinitz was the first ever official world champion. Okay, he was a world champion. First of all, he was born in Austria. Okay, not Australia, Austria, to make things clear. Okay, and he was the first ever official world chess champion. Okay, technically, I think Morphy should have been one of them, Morphy or Adolf Anderson, but they just passed away a bit too late, I guess, too bit too soon. So unfortunately, it was not them. So okay, so if you guys should know, Steinitz has played a really great role, okay, in modern chess. So well, before Steinitz, people used to think that chess was just, chess was just played to, what do you say, please people. Okay, it was just all about attack, sacrifice, do brilliant moves. It's just to have fun. Okay, it was that type of game. Okay, just boom, aggressive attacks and then just checkmate, right? So that was like called the romantic era of chess. Okay, but that's when Steinitz came into the picture and he changed the whole outlook. Okay, the first thing he taught the world is that chess can be mainly played on strategy too. Okay, so what he believed is that you see a position and you should be able to, make some plans and win, right? That's what he thought about. So, as you know, positional chess was brought into the world by Steinitz. You can say that chess is being studied like a subject right now. It's thanks to him. Okay, so he believes that chess is a science and it requires a lot of studies to understand it. Okay, so as usual, we'll be looking at couple of games from Wilhelm Steinitz. In that, one of them will be an attacking game, a legendary attacking game, and one of them will be a positional game because I know positional game is Kinda gonna make things quite boring to you guys, but it is what it is, guys. I have to take one of his positional games because that is what he is known for, right? So it would be a utter shame if I don't show you guys one. Okay, so are you guys ready with the topic, guys? Okay, so let's have a look at the chat. Yes, the audio is good. Veera here. Hi, Veera. Hi, sir. This is Anshul. Hi, sir. And I can hear you, sir. Okay, I think this is Surya, right? Yes. Okay, good to see that we have some, compared to the last class, the views are increasing. Okay, that's good. That's good enthusiasm, guys. Okay. By the way, if you guys can see today, I'm in yellow color. Okay, not that it matters. Well, probably it does matter because one of the student like literally asked me in the last class or something. So why do you keep always wearing green? Okay, so I'm like, I don't want to tell his name, but like, why do you guys even focus on what I wear, guys? First of all, that's not we are here for. Right? We are not here to look at my face. We are here to look at the games, right, guys? Okay. So let's get started. Anyways, so the first game, okay, we can call this the Immortal Rook game. Okay, Immortal Rook. So as you see, so here White William Steinitz is playing. Let's just not call him William. Okay, let's just call him Steinitz. So here Steinitz plays White. Okay, and he's playing some strong player. Okay, not very popular as you see. So he starts off with the move e4 and Black plays e5 and knight f3, knight c6, and we have our very favorite Italian opening with the move bishop c4. Okay, so here black has two main options. Here can go knight f6, and then if you go knight f6, you can do knight g5, right? That's what I thought, you guys. But then he plays the move bishop c5. Okay, boom. Okay. So how do you make things spicy with the move bishop c5? Okay. So he plays the move c3. Okay, and this is what we call a Juco piano. Okay, not that the name is very important or something. This is one of my favorite lines. Okay, so this is what Steinitz like playing too. So we both have similar interests. Okay, so let me tell you the point of c3. He wants to play d4. Okay, if you play d4 right now, you see there are like 1 and 2 and 3 attackers on this pawn, and we have only 2 defenders, so we are going to lose the pawn. Okay, so for that very reason, he plays the move c3. Okay, and black plays knight f6 and he goes d4. Oops, d4. So he takes the full center. Okay, and this is again, this is actually called as the center game or something. I'm not pretty much clear with the name. Is the center or it's not the quiet game? I'm not so sure. Okay, let's just spare the details on this names. Okay, but this is one of my favorite lines. And I think everyone at a beginner level to intermediate level should play this opening. Okay. So here black takes on d4 and we take with the pawn. We get the beautiful two pawns in the center, guys. Okay. So the bishop is under attack. He has to move the bishop. And here black plays the move bishop b4. Okay. And this is the move he has to play. Okay, because any other move, let's say he just moves his bishop back to b6, then these pawns look so dangerous and they are going to steamroll your knights. They are just going to steamroll your knights. So something like this, and there's like a crazy line where you just start pushing. Like let's say he goes here, you just sacrifice stuffs. Even you can even take over here, and then after king f8, you can pin that bishop, and then like he's gonna lose the queen, right? And this is pretty much dangerous. This is black is gonna cry here. So we don't want the pawns steamrolling. Okay, we don't want the pawns to steamroll black. So for that very reason, he plays the move bishop b4 check. Okay, here as far as I know, this is my opening, so I know the theory pretty much well. So you either play bishop d2 or you play knight c3. I used to play this move. Okay, I used to play this move because there's a lot of poison with this move, guys. It's a very tricky move. Okay, now for the ones who are watching, wait 1 second. First thing, let's, yeah, everything is clear, right? Let me just look at the chat for once. Everything is good. I'm not, sir. Okay, you're not Surya. Okay. Anyways, this might look like a stupid move, guys. It might look like a stupid move. Knight c3, right? Because aren't we just giving up a pawn? Isn't this a free pawn, guys? Yes or no? Answer yes if it is, guys. In the chat. I hope I'm not lagging. Did I forget to make... Oh no. The latency. My god. I, I think the latency is a bit problematic. Yes, it's a free pawn, right? Okay. Yeah, I think I'm lagging a bit. I am so sorry. I just kept the latency a bit too low. Okay. Not low, so it's an actually normal latency. Just kind of forgot to change it. This is a bit sad now. Once again, I'll just try to make sure that I can change it a bit. Hmm, Once again. Damn. Okay. I was late, sir. Okay. Fine. We'll just continue, guys. So I'll just deal with the delay. So, anyways, black plays d5. Okay, which is not such a great move though. But let's say he just takes on e4, thinking that it's a free pawn, which it is. Okay. Then you go into something called as the Greco attack, which is castle. And then black is like, you're so stupid, you just blundered a pawn. He takes the pawn with the knight. I take it with the knight. I mean, sorry, I take the. He takes my knight with the knight. I take the knight with the pawn. And the bishop captures the pawn, attacking the rook. And we act like we don't see the rook being attacked. We play queen b3. Blackbeard's happy over here. He's like, you're so stupid. You need to learn chess. Okay, you need to get yourself a coach. But then you just take on f7, right? By the way, guys, this is what I used to play. Okay, this is like a very fun line, and trust me, even people at 2000 level players, chess.com or leeches have fallen for this trap. Okay, so something like king f8, bishop g5. You attack the queen starts crying because he doesn't have any square to go. But then the knight comes and blocks the attack and says, you don't have to cry, I'm there for you, right? Now here you can play rook e1 and you can make them cry, but if you want to make them cry a bit louder, you play the move knight to e5. Okay? Looks kind of stupid, like why are we playing this? Aren't you supposed to capture the bishop? The bishop captures the pawn and he says thank you for saving my bishop. Okay, but then we play a very tricky move, something like bishop g6, and we are threatening mate. So if he captures the knight, we checkmate him, and if he captures the bishop, we checkmate him. Okay, so he can't capture any of them, so he has to play something like d5 to stop the queen from coming to f7. But then we take another route. We play queen f3. Oops. Yeah, we play queen f3 check, and he has to like his king can't go anywhere, so we just has to block like this, and the bishop takes, and let's say the knight takes, then we can take the queen, or else we can even take the knight. And I've won so many games with this trap. Okay, so I just showed this in short. I showed this in short. Oh, people are whistling outside, man. This is crazy. In my last class, people were bursting crackers, and today people are whistling. Okay, I mean, neighbors, guys, neighbors. Okay, there's no decorum in this society, so. Anyways, all these things sadly didn't happen. Um the opponent played d5. He's like, your center is pretty annoying. But then, like, Steinitz just took, and then he took, and then he's castled. Okay. Now here, black should have actually castled. Now it's black's turn to play. A natural move should be to castle, right? But the opening principle of always castle first, has been invented after seeing this game. Okay, so you'll see what I mean. So here, it's like, why do I need to castle? I can castle anytime I want, right? Oops, sorry, I just took a burp. So I can castle whenever I want. Okay, whenever the hell I want. 1 second. Yeah, so I can castle whenever I want. So okay, fine. So Steinitz started attacking, like he played bishop g5, he's attacking the queen, and black blocks it with this bishop. Okay, and here, this is where Steinitz noticed that the black king has not castled still yet, and he devised a crazy plan. Okay, he devised a crazy plan. So let's see what that plan is. So what he did was he captured the knight, and black captured the bishop. He captured the bishop, and black captured the knight. So we have 6 captures. Okay, so everything over here like got exchanged. Okay, I missed a capture. Okay, he captured the bishop, and black captured with the knight. Okay, now ever since I saw this game, right, this idea got stuck into my mind. Okay, whenever people have not castled, and if you have castled, there is a way for you to make sure that they don't castle. Okay, can you guys find, let's give this to the chat. Okay, so I want you guys to tell me a move what white did over here to make sure that black does not castle. Okay, let's see if you guys can give me a move. Just again, let's just assume that it is white's turn to play. Let's see that black is going to castle next move. How does white stop him? Okay, so I'm going to lay back for a little while. I'm going to wait for the chat. Okay, no, they will attack your king. Queen a4 check. Huh? Queen a4 check. This position. Why queen a4? Well, if you play queen a4, then just c6, right? I don't know, just c6, and what are we doing here with the queen? What are we doing with the queen here? Okay, any other moves, guys? Let's hear it from you guys. Let's see how crazy our chat is. Maybe I'm not lagging today, guys. Guys, can I rook e1? Oh, Sandeep S with the answer rook e1. Okay, may I know who Sandeep S is? Like, is he some student, or I don't know? May I know who you are, Sandeep? Okay, good job there, buddy. Okay, so rook e1 looks like a very innocent move. Right, we're just attacking the knight, so what? It's not a big deal. But then this move, this innocent looking move, stops black from castling, because if he castles, guess what? You just take the knight. The king was guarding the knight, right? Yep. Yep. Genius. Genius. So here, black was like, if you're a genius, so am I. So if you're not letting me castle, then I am going to do a castling known by, there's a way of castling by hand. So I'm going to play f6, and I'm going to play king f7, and I'm going to get my rook to e1, e8, and life is chill. Okay, life is chill. So now, what does Steinitz do here? Plays the move queen e2. Where your king is not going anywhere, not so soon. When you had your opportunity to castle, you didn't castle. Now I'm not going to let you castle, even if it means castling by hand. Okay. So black is like, okay, you're threatening mate. Fine, it's not a big deal. It's not like the end of the world. I can defend it. Queen d7. And here, again, Steinitz plays a very principled move, rook ac1. So he's like, I want my rooks to come and take control over the c file. Okay, and here black plays the move c6. Okay, and he's like, now your rooks doesn't look so dangerous. Okay, your rooks do not look so dangerous at all. Like it's just staring at this pawn, which is like ultra defended, right? So it's okay. You just have the semi-open file. Okay. Now, can you guys actually guess what a brilliancy move Steinitz cooked up here? Okay, it's not a tactic. Okay, it's not like you don't have to look for checks, captures, and attacks. It's a brilliant move. It's a brilliant idea. Okay, let me give this opportunity to you guys. Okay, let's see if you guys can find it. And spoiler alert, I couldn't find it, so I can throw $100 that none of you guys will too. Okay, let's see. If you guys have seen this game, then maybe you would. Sid. Okay, good, Siddharth. Okay, that was you, Sid. I'm so annoyed that I'm lagging. Let me just have a look at myself if I'm lagging. Okay, am I lagging? I don't know. I really don't know right now. Ng5, Rook C3. Rook C3 is what I initially thought. Actually, Aman. Okay, I'm talking to another Aman, guys. I'm not the only Aman here, but actually, it was not Rook C3. Okay, guys. Ne5, Ne5. Okay, we are sacrificing the knight here. That looks cool, but it doesn't work. That looks cool. Doesn't quite work, buddy. Again, who is Jyoti Lakshmi again? I forgot. I thought it was Surya. Veera. Yeah, I remember. Okay. 95 looks cool, man, but so unfortunately it doesn't work. NG5 also looks very cool. You guys are like in. I mean, again, we forgot that our chat is crazy, right? 95, Knight G5, right? Okay. It doesn't quite work. I don't know why you guys are like up behind sacrificing the knight. If you guys have calculated something, then it's good, but I really don't see anything after this. Okay, we have a check, yay, but then he plays g6. Oh, we capture the pawn, yay, but there's nothing after that, right? Okay. So, that's nice try, guys. That's nice try. But again, if you guys can tell me a reason why knight g5, why knight e5, I would appreciate your plans a bit more, okay? You know, something like, sir, knight g5, h into g5, queen h5, g6, queen into, and then black, white is better. If you guys can answer like this, right, you guys sound like so much of a pro, guys. You guys like literally sound like pros. Okay, so if you guys can do that, then it would be wonderful. Okay, anyways, it's too hard, guys. It's too hard. So, am I lagging again? Okay, so the move played is d5. Stupid move, right? It's a stupid move, but yet it's a brilliant move. Okay, so let me tell you the idea behind d5. It's a twofold idea. There is two reasons why white just sacrificed the pawn. First reason is he wanted to test if black is really stupid or is he clever, because if he takes with the queen, then what do we have here, guys? First thing is I want to see what do we have here. If he plays queen takes d5. Yeah, I am lagging. I'm lagging by 30 seconds. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm lagging by 30 seconds, guys. So sad. This is so sad when we have so many viewers. We are okay. Quickly checkmate. Okay, good. So we play queen into e7 and life is chill because we win the game, right? But again, he's playing a master level player. If the game would have ended so far, this wouldn't have been a historical game. So he tried to take with the knight, but then he remembered it's pinned, right? So he take with the pawn, right? Now he's like, I have my rook that can come to the c file at some point. This c file is mine. I want the rook to come to the 7th rank because rooks on the 7th are heaven, right? That's what I thought, you guys. That's what he taught me, and that's what he taught everyone. Okay? And takes here, and another idea is I want to put my knight here, and now your pawn is blocking my knight like an umbrella. Okay, now my knight is also centralized, so I played king f7. He's trying to run away with his king. So he said, no running for you guys, no running for you. My knight is going to come and sit on your throat. Okay, knight e6. So this knight looks very devastating. Okay, so he played rook h8. Like he's like, you're not the only one who can take control over the c file. And now he played queen g4. So he's threatening to take on g7. And also there is a very cute discovery with the move knight g5. If he takes, we take his queen. Okay, so if you guys are good with puzzles, with your patterns, then I'm pretty sure you guys noted it, right? So black is like, I don't care about your discovery, saying that, okay, if you guys think he doesn't care about his queen, now knight g5, yes, I win the queen. But then black is like, no you don't, I play king e8. Okay, so now it's time for puzzle. It's time for puzzles, guys. It's white to play and find the winning move. Let's see. So now I'm going to lay back. Now do your checks, captures and attacks. Look for checks, look for captures. You guys will find a winning sequence. Okay. You know, if I was doing like a recording video or something, I would say something like, if you are like, let's say, I would be like, please pause the video and find the winning move. But here, if you guys pause the video, then you guys end up just pausing the stream, right? And that is not pleasant. Okay, don't pause the stream, guys. Don't pause the stream, because first of all, I am lagging. Okay, yeah. So let's give you guys a couple of minutes to calculate. Till that, I'll just charge my phone or something. Here's my charger again. I'm gonna lag by 30 seconds, just reminding. Okay. So if you guys are watching me, you guys are watching me 30 seconds back. I'm way ahead in the future. I'm 30 seconds ahead of you guys in the future. Okay. R into E7. R into, who is that? Oh, Nisha James. Aman. Wow. Great, man. Okay. Oh, okay. We have some people with the variations. Okay. Good. Aman. Good. Manasvi. Great. Wow. So you guys are awesome, guys. You guys are really good at calculation. So let's see. This is how I want you guys to tell the answer. Now I want you guys to look at Ramya K, how she has put the answer. R into E7. Queen into E7. Queen into C8. Okay. Queen into C8. Rook into C8. Rook into C8 is not mate, unfortunately. Right? But you are pretty much close. Okay, Manasvi. That was a very good try. So rook into e7. So let's get it calculated. Okay. First thing is queen into e7 is wrong, because we have rook into c8, and after rook into c8 we have queen into c8. Okay. I mean, some people told we'll play queen into c8, sir. We'll sacrifice the queen because after rook into c8 it's checkmate. Yay! But then he goes to d7 and then we start crying, right? So we are not going to cry here, guys. We are not here to cry. Let's remind ourselves, we are not here to cry. So rook into c8, rook into c8, and then queen into c8. Now it looks like, yeah, we won the game, but then the queen comes and blocks. So there's no immediate checkmate, but then we take the queen and then he takes our king, and then we tell that we are up a piece and life is good for us. Right? I can hope, I know you guys can win the game with the piece up, right? Yes. So that is the variation if he takes with the queen, guys. So taking with the queen is not an option, right? So what else can he do? What else can black do? Okay, you might say, sir, what if he takes with the king? Aha, it's very smart. Then rook e1 is winning too. Okay, but what was calculated was by both of them again. They both calculated, okay? They didn't just like play this. This was all calculated in their mind. Let's appreciate how well they can calculate. Okay, he calculated there is queen b4 check. Okay, and what else can he do? So let's say he goes to d8. Then we have queen f8 check, and then after queen e8, then we have knight f7 check. So it's all checks, king e8, and then queen d6 is something that we call as a dovetail mate, guys. Okay, so let's say after this check he goes like king d6, I guess, or queen d6, king d6. Okay, wow, that would be good. Then we try to, like, I guess we just take his pawn. If you go rook e1, he goes king here. So we take queen into b7. So let's say he goes like queen d7. Now we play rook e1 check. Okay, let's say king d6, and now we play knight f7 check, right? And it's almost checkmate, so he has to, like, he's gonna lose his queen now, right? So he moves his king, we take his queen, right? So let's say something like here or something, king d8, then we play knight f7 again, and now he has to take his knight, we take his queen, and we win the game, right? This is pretty much easy. There's a mate threat here. So all these things were calculated, okay? So when Steinitz calculated, right? Unlike you guys or like lot of players, they don't just calculate one move. They're like, oh, he just takes his queen. We do this, 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 we do this. We're up a night, we're winning, right? Now, that's what differentiates strong players and weak players. I mean, world champions and great players, like they calculate all the lines, right? They don't only calculate this, they also calculated this. Okay, but black was like after rook into e7, he didn't play king into. Okay, he played king f8. Okay, now this looks like a very terrible move, guys. This looks like a terrible move. Like, why are we moving our king? Aren't you going to capture our queen? The queen is hanging, bro. You're just gonna lose your queen. You're gonna lose your queen. So what's gonna happen if you lose your queen, guys? What are you gonna do? What's gonna happen? Let's see how sharp you guys are. Always look at something crazy. What's gonna happen? Yeah, queen into d7, rook into c8. Yeah. No, no, you're not. Checkmate, checkmate. Okay, you guys are all there. Okay. So for the beginners who are watching here, always be aware of this back rank weaknesses, guys. Whenever I see these three pawns, I feel suffocated. I really feel suffocated. For some reason, I feel my life is not yet successful. Okay, I feel that something is missing in my life. Okay, so always be careful of this. Don't hang mate. Don't hang mate. Rook into c1 means queen d1, rook into, and you start crying. You start crying and you start saying terrible things about chess, right? Well, you're the terrible one because you blundered mate. Okay. Anyways, all this did happen. Okay. If this happened, then Steinitz wouldn't have been Steinitz. Okay, yeah. Oh, I just played the move. So here, instead of taking the rook, he thought, let's give him a check. Okay, let's give him a check. So rook f7 check. And now, this might look like a blunder again. Okay, so it's not exactly a blunder. So now king g8 was played. Okay. Now, the $1,000,000 moves now. This is where the legendary immortal rook game appears. Okay, let's see. I think some of them might already know this. Okay, I don't know. This is a very popular game. Can you guys guess what Steinitz played here? Okay. Rook into c1, queen into queen d1. Rook g7. Pranav, rook g7. Okay, so some of them I already know the game, or either you know the game or you're like pretty tactically sharp, Pranav. Let's assume the latter. Okay, let's assume that you're pretty tactically sharp. Rook g7 is a brilliant move. Okay, you guys are the brilliant ones. We have a crazy chat here. Looks terrible. We're just blundering our rook. This is a free rook. This is a free rook. This is a free rook. Yes, but at the cost of the king. Because we have rook into c8. And after rook into c8, we have queen into c8. And it's again, we just trade. And then we remind ourselves that we have an extra knight. Right? Okay. Anyways, black was not stupid. Okay. If he takes with his king, what do you do, guys? What do you do now? If he takes with his king again, let's see if any beginners could answer this. Oh, it's so annoying that I'm lagging by 30 seconds. Yeah. Okay, let's assume that you guys answered this and just move on. Queen into d7. Pretty simple. Right? Okay. So queen into d7 and we are chilling here. Okay. So rook g7 and he played king h8. Okay. And now do you guys know something funny here? You know what white did here? What does white do here now? So sorry guys. What does white do here? Let's go back to the stream. Lishan. Hi Lishan. How are you, man? Life is chill, right? Okay. Rook into h7. Great. Rook into h7. So this rook is the immortal rook. Okay, I forgot to put another brilliancy. Because he can't touch this rook, guys. This rook is literally untouchable. Because if you touch his rooks, then I touch yours. Right? Then I touch your rooks. You don't touch my rooks. You touch my rook, I touch your rook. Simple as that. Simple as that. Okay? Now, before I, tell you guys something. Now, when you guys play online chess, something crazy happens. Okay? Something crazy happens. So, what happens is you guys have a winning position and your opponents do something crazy. Okay? They're like, they'll just not make a move at all. They just want to make sure that your time just runs out. Okay? They just don't want you to play. Okay? They're just wasting your time. They'll just leave the game and then go. Okay? They'll just leave their phone down and something and then they'll just walk away. How many to how many of you guys this thing has happened? Please tell me, okay, in the chat. Okay, I don't want you guys to lie. RH. Okay, sadly I'm lagging. I think I've told this like 50 million times or something, I guess, right? I gotta stop saying I'm lagging. Well, I have to say I'm lagging because there are some newcomers here, right? So if you guys are gonna get annoyed. Okay. For me, sir. Okay. Who else? For everyone. Okay. Now, let's talk a bit about that. Now, that is something that is terrible in life, guys. That is something which is terrible. Okay, you guys have to not do that to anyone. Okay, doing something like that is called rage quit. That is very unsportsmanlike, right? Now, after this move, rook into h7, same thing happened to Steinitz too. The opponent just walked off. He just did this poof, and he just walked off. I'm done with chess. And he was like never seen. He was never seen after that. Okay, maybe he was not seen. Maybe he was seen. I don't know. But probably that was that was something very frustrating. Like he can't touch the rook, and he was just annoyed with his life. He was annoyed with this game. He was annoyed with Steinitz. He was annoyed with everyone, and he was annoyed. That's why he just walked off. Okay, it was a very popular story and a popular game. Okay, so that was one of the games that it's called like the immortal rook. So all this happened because black didn't castle, right? From the very first move, black didn't castle. and then he paid the price. He just paid the price, right? Ever since that day, people said, please castle, guys. If you face a strong opponent, he will make sure that you don't cast. I mean, he will make sure that your life will be hell after that, right? Yeah. Okay, let's just move on to the next game, guys. We just have like few minutes on the clock. Oops. So this game will be a pretty much might be a little bit boring, guys, because it's positional game. Okay, it's not some crazy attacking game, but I will try my best to make this a little interesting and informative too, guys. Okay, so let's get started. So Steinitz play the move. So here Steinitz is playing as white. Okay, he plays the move e4, and his opponent plays the move e6. So for the ones who has never seen this move, this is called as the French defense. So white takes the full center with the move d4. Okay, and here black plays d5, white plays e5, and this is something that we call as the advanced French because we just advanced the pawn. Okay, and black plays c5. He's like, I want to attack this pawn chain, because if I attack this pawn, then this guy over here will be a little weak, right? So normally what everyone does is they play the move c3. This is the main line, and if black captures this, he captures with the pawn, and then the pawn, these both pawns like support each other for the rest of their lives, and then they'll be happy. Okay, they don't have any problems in life. Both are like happy together. But Steinitz does something crazy, guys. Crazy, like you guys. Okay, he's also a crazy fellow. So he just takes the pawn and he says, I don't care if you guys want to attack my pawn. You can do that. Okay, so he creates a weakness, okay, which is a little strange because what Steinitz is known for is he is known for creating weakness for his opponents. And once he sees a weakness, he's like, bam, I'm just going to attack it. Like just as you saw in the previous game, how we just saw that, you guys just saw that, what do you say, the king could not castle and you saw how we punished him, right? So just like that, okay? So here, I know normally you guys are like, yeah, you can just capture the pawn, my bishop develops, but then you have to deal with queen g4, attacking this pawn, which is quite annoying to deal with, right? And being annoyed is not fun, guys, so he doesn't do that. So he plays knight c6 because he believes I can capture this pawn whenever I want. So I'm going to look at this pawn because this is a central pawn, right? And central pawn is more important. So he plays the move knight f3, and now he captures, and he plays bishop d3 like normal developing moves, and he plays knight ge7 because he can't play knight f6 because there is a pawn here, right? So that is not hard. And now white just simply castles, and black is like, you know what, I'm going to delay my castling a bit, okay, because this is not an open position, this is a closed position, there are pawns in the center. So he plays the move knight g6. So we are dancing around with the knights, guys. We are dancing around with the knights. Now when these people do it, like when the masters do it, then it's cool, but when you guys do it, then you guys need to learn some chess, okay? So what it's happening is they're attacking this pawn. These two pawns are under attack. So what do? We defend them. We play the move rook e1, and fine. Black is like, okay, I'll play bishop d7. I'll try to connect my rooks. So white plays a strange looking move c3, which you will see later on that it plays a role in supporting d4. Okay, which is a little bit too complicated for me to explain. So let's just spare the details for now. Okay, let's just forget about that. So okay, so white. So usually what black usually does, like later on, like what happens is Alekhine and Nimzowitsch play this. Like Alekhine plays something like bishop b6, bishop c7, and he attacks his pawn, and he gets a slightly good position. But what his opponent does is he plays the move a5, okay, because he doesn't want white to push the bishop, okay. He wants his bishop over here. He's happy to see his bishop here. Okay, but what Steinitz says is that this square becomes a little weak. Okay, and I gotta warn you guys, you should never make any weaknesses. Okay, if you're making weakness also it's fine, but never make any weaknesses when you're playing against Steinitz. Okay, as you will see, never. And I know you guys can't do it also because he's not alive. Okay, so anyways, a4 happened. So here black plays queen b8. So the strategy is pretty much clear. We just take advantage of this weak pawn which Steinitz left us with, right? So their planning is to attack on e5, but this is not such a good plan as you will see later on. So white plays queen e2 to defend the pawn, and he does this maneuver with his bishop. Okay, he plays bishop b6, and he thought he's very smart. I'm going to play bishop c7 and I'm going to attack your pawn. But then Steinitz reminded that I'm going to be the first world champion ever in the future, as you'll see. Why? He plays the move knight a3, a donkey knight. Okay, but when they do it, then there has to be some plans with it. But when you guys do it, then you guys are stupid. That's all. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say. Not to be rude, guys. So let's see. Okay, now it looks like very clear. Sir, what happens, sir? I'm just going to play bishop c7. What's the problem here? Well, the problem is he's going to play knight b5. If you guys remember, the square is a weakness, right? Now we're like, sir, I'm going to take the bishop, right? Now I'm up a pawn. But this is what I call a blunder. So, if you guys are tactically alert, can any of you guys tell me what's the move here, guys? Donkey knight, okay. Can you guys spot a tactic to win the bishop? Okay, I'll give you guys a clue. It's called as an annihilation tactic in chess. Okay, where what do you say? You just, all I say is that the bishop is like defended by the pieces. You just eliminate one of the piece, right? This is a tactic in chess. Okay, so there's a concept called as type 2 undefended pieces, named by the famous grandmaster Daniel Nerdsky. Bishop into g6. We have Pranav with the tactical, what do you say, prophet here. Bishop into g6. The bishop captures the knight, and if you remember, the knight was defending the bishop, right? After pawn takes, we just take the bishop, he takes our knight, we take his knight, he takes our queen, we take our rook, we take his queen, and we are up a piece, and life is chill for us, right? Now we're like, sir, what if the knight takes? Well, if the knight takes, then you take his bishop. And he's like, sir, then I can take his knight with check. But you are in check, buddy. You are in check. So he takes his knight, we take his knight, he takes our knight, we take his knight, he takes our queen, we take our rook, and life is chill. Okay. So let's moving back. Black was smart. He didn't fall for any tricks. He's like, bishop c7 doesn't work. He calculated all this variation. So let's give props to him for that. Good job. So he castles. He's like, I can't afford to not castle against you because I know what happened against one of my friends. Okay, I don't know if he was his friend. Okay, I'm just kidding. So short castles. And now knight b5. If you guys remember, this knight, this knight is now quite annoying. Okay. Now usually what I teach my students is when a knight comes to your territory, you welcome them by kicking them out with the pawns. But the problem is black does not have any pawns. You wanted the a pawn to kick the knight. He doesn't have any because the a pawn has been pushed too much forward. Right? Now you want the c pawn to kick the knight away. The c pawn does not exist. So this is the weakness that Steinitz spotted, and he put the knight over here. So black is like, you know what, this knight is so annoying. I want the kick the knight out. Okay, if I can't kick it out, I'll just exchange it. So I'll play the move knight a7. Okay. Again, people just love doing donkey knights. Okay. So he played bishop e3. Okay. So the point is, black wanted to get this square. Okay. He wanted one of the knights to land on d4. But this bishop is going to capture, right? So he wanted to trade off one of the bishops. So a genius move again, a genius positional play. So he takes, and he takes with the queen, guys, not with the pawn, because that's what you call as a double pawn. right? Double pawns are not good for our health, right? So black takes, we take, and he plays b6. Okay, now these pawns are controlling some space at black's territory. Okay, not very important. So if you see, white is like having some pressure over here. So he plays knight d4. First of all, beautifully placed knight over here. The knight is, you can't just touch this knight. This knight is an immortal knight again. Okay, and he plays f5. Okay, he just wants to block this diagonal. So white plays f4. Okay, so now you will see white will start doing some kingside attacking plans. Okay, so this might be a little bit advanced for the ones who are watching over here, but I'll try to break it down very simple. So black plays knight e7, and here white plays queen f2. Now I'll tell you guys what's the next plan. This rook is going to go here to h3. This queen is going to go to h4, and he's going to move the king to h1, and this rook is going to go to g1, and they're going to start, and he'll push this pawn, and they're going to start attacking by opening the g file, and the queen and the rook over here is going to attack over here. Okay, I don't know if you guys could visualize that, but don't worry, if you guys couldn't, then I'm going to show you guys. Okay, so here black plays queen d8. Okay, so now black is trying to get his pieces to, you know, these pieces were like doing nothing, right? So he's like, okay, let's just get them, participate them in the game. Otherwise, they're going to feel bad and they're going to start crying, right? So white is like, I'm going to go with my plan. He's going to lift his rook and he's going to put it over here. He played g6 and he played rook h3. See, and black is like, he knows that white is going to start attacking. There's going to be some trouble over here. So I'm going to do some preparation to defend everything over here. Okay, so black is going to lock up all the attacks that's going to come next. Okay. Sorry guys. So he plays king h1. Okay, as I told, the rook is going to come to g1. He's going to push this pawn. This file is going to get open and all the pieces are going to be happily attacking the king. So he played the move king g7 and now knight f3. Okay, now the knight also probably joins into the attack. Okay, so he plays h6 because knight g5 was the threat. Okay, and the rook has to move away, right? So he plays h6 and now black plays rook g1. Okay, I thought there was queen h4 coming. Maybe I was wrong. Okay, maybe I was wrong. So rook g1. So what is the plan here, guys? Do you guys recall? Let's see how many of you guys are paying attention in my class. So what is the plan with the move rook g1, guys? Let's see. Let's have a look at the chat. Rook lift. Knight c7 would be next up. Oh, in which position? Ah, okay, okay. I'm so sorry. I didn't look at that position. Missed. I was just looking at the g4. G4. Okay, okay. People are listening to me. Good. Okay. I thought you guys were sleeping. So this is just a, what do you say? A wake up call, guys. So okay, see G4, G4. Okay, I think I still need more G4 to prove that people are not sleeping. Okay, I see that there are 10 viewers. I need 10 G4s in the chat. Let's have 10 G4s, guys. G4s, G4. Okay, I know some smart people are just going to put G4 like some 2 3. They've already put G4. They're going to put G4 again, trying to act smart, right? Okay, I know that's my chat here, crazy chat. Okay, anyways. So black is also crazy smart. He plays the move h5. Okay. He's like, no g4 for you. No more g4 for you, buddy. No g4 is happening for you. Right? So black is like, so Steinitz is like, okay, fine. You have done a really good job in defending. Your pieces are like really defending each other. Right? So he plays the move queen g3. Okay. So for the tactically alert people, what is the threat here, guys? What is the threat? Let's see how tactically sharp you guys are. Come on. Anyone other than Pranav can answer faster. Let's see how many of you guys are quick, tactically good. Queen g5. Queen g5 is not an exactly a threat, but it's a good move. R into h5. Okay, R into h5. Three R into h5s came fast. Then we have Pranav, Anchal, and Manasvi. Okay, you guys are like okay, and also Lishan. Okay, good, good guys. R into g5. Yes, it's a pin. It's a pin, guys. This is what we call a pin. R into h5. But we know black, guys. Black is like very good at looking at threats. So he plays the move queen h8, thinking he's too good. But you know what? This queen is now looking very bad. Okay, this queen is looking bad. So what does black do? White is like, I see this square is weak. So what do you do when a square is weak? You just put a knight there, right? So remember this. You see a weak square, you put a knight there. You see a weak square, you put the knight there. You can write that like for like 10 times, I guess, if you guys don't remember. Okay. So the knight is under, knight is attacking the rook. So what does he do? He moves his rook to f8. And now if you see, by playing his rook to f8, the queen is asking myself, what are you doing here? How am I going to come to play? What in the world are you doing here, man? How am I going to come here? I'm trapped over here defending the pawn. I'm the queen. I have other bigger duties in life than just protecting the pawn, right? Anyways, that's that. Okay, so he plays queen h4 again. Queen h4. So again, what's the threat here? I'm going to disturb the chat again. Okay, let's see. This could be a little bit more trickier. It's not an easier threat to spot. Ng5, Ng5. Yep, Ng5. Okay. What's the threat? Let's see. Okay, people taking their sweet time, huh? Look for checks. N into e6 as usual. Pranav active in the chat, huh? N into e6. Good. Okay, Manaswi, Anchal. Good. You guys are all. I mean, okay, Siddharth. Nice. Everyone. Okay. Good job. Good job, guys. N into e6 is the threat. So if black is not careful, there's N into e6. Bishop into e6 and the queen can come and capture the knight and you're just gonna be up a pawn and you're gonna be chilling. Life is chill for you, right? Okay. So for that reason again, black is being annoying. Okay, black is being annoying. He's spotting all the threats. What is this guy doing? He's spotting all the threats. He plays the move knight back to g8. Okay. So let me tell you guys on small advice, guys. This is something that you guys will come across. Your opponents will resiliently defend. Okay, this is what you should also be doing when when you're attacking, right? When you're being attacked, you have to keep defending. And when you defend, right, it is the most annoying thing ever. Trust me, guys. It's very annoying. And at one point, like what happens is you will end up doing a mistake when you're attacking and you will lose the game. Okay, so that is something that you guys should not do. Okay. So if you're an attacker over here, you have to keep trying to look for opportunities to grind. Okay, keep grinding, keep putting pressure, keep putting more and more pressure. Attack him, he will collapse. Keep punching him till he falls. Okay, don't punch him physically. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant here for the kids, guys. For the kids who don't get my sarcasm or metaphor over here. So Steinitz, the genius being, he saw that all his pieces are like clustered in the king side. They are not doing anything over here, guys. They are like locked. These are like pieces that will make you puke, guys. These are not doing anything, right? So he's like, if your pieces are in the king side locked, I am going to create some opportunities on the queen side. Now, let's test your positional knowledge. How do you guys open up an attack on the queen side? Come on, geniuses. Come on, crazy chat. Give me the answer. You guys are tactically sharp. How positionally good you guys are. Do you know my name? No, man. Deduction diary. You're a mystery in life, man. You are a mystery. Okay. I can't find your name. I have to hire I have to hire Sherlock Holmes. I have to hire Sherlock Holmes to find out who you are, man. Uh, I just can't do it. Okay. C4, C4. It's raining C4s, B4s. Okay, C4s. Nice. G4. Why are you attacking? Why are you opening the queen's king side? Okay, good. Okay, I think you meant to put C4. G4. Okay, okay, C4. It's raining C4s, guys. It's raining C4s. Okay, so as you know, the king side, nothing is happening. So now, if everything is locked here, you move to the other side. Okay, so you play the move c4, and after d into c4, you play bishop into c4. Oops, and we have the c files, the g file, sorry, the d file open. Okay, so what does he do here? Plays rook f e8. Again, the threat was knight into e6. I forgot to address that. And as you know how annoying black is going to defend it. Okay, he's not annoying. He's a very strong player. We need to appreciate that, guys. He's not annoying. Okay. So he plays rook d3. Okay, so rook d3 attacks the bishop, and you know this rook has done its job on the king side, so he just puts him on the queen side. Okay, so he plays rook a7. Now the simple plan is all the pieces that was on the queen side, get him to the, sorry, all the pieces that were on the king side, get him to the queen side. Okay, you can do that, he can't. Okay, so what do you do now? So it looks like you can play rook d1, but Steinitz is great at spotting weaknesses. He spots that there is another weakness over here, so he plays rook d6. This is something that we call principle of two weaknesses. If you find one weakness, look for another one. So he's pressing, so that's all. Just keep punching, guys, not physically again. Okay, so he plays rook b7, and white plays rook gd1. Okay, it's attacking the bishop. So the bishop has to move back, and now this is the point where he takes on e6. Okay. I was just wondering, why couldn't he take on e6 over here? Like, wasn't this just free that time? Oh no, it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Okay. Now since the rook is attacking, yeah, now it's kind of free. Okay. So knight into e6, bishop into e6, and now the game is pretty simple, guys. You just trade, and white is up a pawn, and this is the point where you start attacking. The king is weak, you look for checks, and can you guys find a variation that wins the game? Okay, this is the last, we have last 4-5 moves to go on, guys. If you guys can find the winning sequences, calculate and tell me, guys. Let's hear it from the chat, guys. We have crazy chats. Let's see. Honestly speaking, I could not find the accurate continuation. Okay, but I did find the couple of 2-3 moves. If you guys could give me 2-3 moves also, it would be good. Okay, so let's see. Rook into d7 or rook d7. Okay, rook d7 again. One move, guys. Come on. Think 2-3 moves. You know, that's what we learned, right? That's what we learned. Queen f6. Oh my god, you guys don't care about your queen. Queen f6, knight into f6. Queen f6, knight into f6. Bishop into g8, queen into g8. Queen f6 is not mate. The queen can go to h7. The king can go to h7. Rook d7. Rook d7, rook into d7, rook into d7. Okay. If you can continue from there, Anchal, try to continue from there. Again, I'm just trying to make sure that you guys improve your calculation, right? Don't, that's something that I'm doing for your own good. If you guys have to reach the top, then you guys have to practice calculating. Okay. If you guys are still beginners, if you guys are blundering your queen and rook in just one move, then I suggest you guys not to calculate. Then I suggest you guys to just play the game with your eyes open. That's all, I guess. Okay. So anyways, let's move on. Rook d7, rook into, okay. So okay, people are not going above rook d7. Okay, so that's just your limit. Is that all? That's all your depth, huh? That's sad, guys. I thought my chat was crazy. Okay, you guys are crazy. Okay, but okay, rook d7. You guys have to be more crazier. Okay, rook d7. If rook into d7, we just take. So maybe it doesn't change the continuation. This did not happen. Rook d7, he played rook e7. Okay. Now at this point, I thought there is bishop into g8, and after queen into g8, we can like play queen into f6. This is what I thought. But I don't know for what reason like this did not work. Okay, maybe because there is rook into here, I guess. And then if you do rook into d7, there's rook into, and then you can't do bishop into or something because there's back rank issue, right? So I didn't want to spoil it exactly. So here rook e7 and rook into e7, knight into e7, and now again, can you guys find the win here? It's a little hard, so I'll just make the move. Queen f6, king h6, and now let's see how brilliant your vision is. Can you guys find the winning side? It's a quiet move tactic, okay? Quiet move tactic. Let's see if you guys have done your quiet move tactics puzzles in leeches, right? Then you guys have to go to leeches, go to puzzles, go to puzzle themes, search for quiet move, click on that, and run your brains down. Okay, so let's see. This is the last puzzle for you guys. F6, queen f6, queen f6, rook d8. Okay, I don't know if I'm lagging here, but rook d8. Okay, why rook d8, guys? If you guys can tell me why rook d8, why? I'm asking why, guys. Okay, yeah, again, I'm lagging. So when I ask why, it's going to be like 30 seconds later after you guys told the answer, right? That's sad. Yes, a lesson. Rook d8, rook e8. No, not because of rook e8. There is something. There is a crazy threat hidden there, guys. Come on. Come on, guys. I know you guys are crazy. You guys can find the move after rook d8. Queen f8 check, no. To go to h8, yes. Rook f8 and then rook h8, guys. Simple as that. So rook f8 and the threat is rook h8. We pin the queen, right? And now he plays rook c7 and Steinitz plays rook d8 and then he hangs mate and then he hangs mate. Oh my god, he hangs mate. Okay, I'm a terrible actor. That does not happen, guys. That does not happen. Okay. So after rook c7, he plays h3. You know, black tried a cheap trick on him. You know, he just thought that he's a beginner. Like, I mean, you have to try, right? You know, you just have to. If you're dying, like, why not just throw a last effortless punch, right? So he played h3 because of your back rank. Always see the back rank weaknesses, and at this point, he just resigned. He's like, I'm done. I'm done with life, guys. I'm done with this guy. He's just positionally cramped me. He's disrespected my pieces a lot. I can't take it anymore. I'm done. I can't take it anymore. Nice. So that was about Wilhelm Steinitz, guys. The first ever world chess champion, and pretty much justified, right? You guys know why he's the champion. He's the one who introduced you guys that a game of chess can be played positionally beautifully, guys. Right? It's not about attack, sacrifice, boom, boom, and you just win. Right? You know, something crazy is like people even hated Steinitz for like introducing this sort of chess because people were enjoying that type of attacking play. But he thought like, let's just make it a little fun. Like, this is not fun. This is kind of boring for some people, right? But if you guys have to go up in life, you have to understand chess. You have to understand positional chess. Okay, that's the way things has to go, right? So that's about it for today, guys. Thank you so much for your guys. Then thank you so much for your time, guys. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much, guys. Bye. Take care. Love you. See you guys in the next session on Learn from the Legends. Okay. So I'm gonna take a break, guys. I'm tired of talking. I'm gonna take a sip of water or something, guys. See you guys. Bye bye. Who's stronger, Steinitz or Tal? That's a hard question, man. Probably Tal, I guess. Both of them. Okay. Bye bye, guys.